polyamory, and unpopular opinions.
On this episode of Simply Necessary Conversations.
Okay, so it's kind of a trending dating situation that I've been seeing on social media, and even some celebrities have been getting into it. Neo was recently seen walking side by side with his girlfriends, hand in hand, with his two girlfriends that clearly know about each other, clearly are not, adverse to the idea of dating the same man. So I guess it's just a situation of these new poly relationships and why do they exist, and not to shame anybody, because if you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it for you and you only, exclusively you. Because I be danged if I'm walking side by side with my man and some other heifer on the other end. No. But like, what's going on? Why is this happening?
I cannot tell you why it's happening. I have no idea, because like you, that's a no for me. I'm gonna pass on that. But my thoughts on it are that the men get all the benefits from that. Like, first, I've rarely seen
whoever the person is that has two parts, unless everyone is queer or something.
I have not seen any celebrities. Obviously, I haven't seen any regular people either. When I say regular, I mean non-celebrity. I have not seen any situation where there's a female that's supporting two men.
I've seen it.
I have not seen that.
I've seen it online before.
Online maybe. There's
a lady that I saw, and she had two husbands.
Okay, I haven't seen that. The situations that I've seen have been a man with two women. I think the comedian D-Ray also had two girlfriends at the same time. What I don't understand for the person that's the second mate, the second partner, second mate, whatever you call them, I don't know. I don't understand what they get out of it. Now, if you're Neo and you got two girlfriends, you're a man, I can see him getting basically all the benefits of that. When I don't want to be bothered with her, I got her, like I got two women. In theory, you got two people to nurture you. You got two people depending on what their roles are. I don't even know if are they just sexual partners? Are they
they going outside?
Partners
so I don't think they're sneaky. I'm
saying, are they truly partners in every sense of the word? Like, are they cooking and cleaning in the house? Like, I don't know what he has them doing. My point is, he gets two.
I don't understand. Maybe he is in a place in his life where he don't want to be in love, and maybe in love with both of them. I don't know, but I don't understand how you even want that.
Well, I could be wrong, and I'm saying up front that I could be wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, Neo was not too long ago married.
Yeah.
And what happened was he and his wife were engaging in menage a trois.
Oh, so they was doing it, but like part-time.
Part-time. And she, if I have my facts straight, and I'm acknowledging I may not, she ended up leaving the relationship because she did not like the fact that it was becoming too much of a regular thing. Like, it was something that maybe they were dabbling with. And he started to like it too much.
You'll deal
every time. So I guess now that he is no longer married, he can date and do whatever he wants to do. But I just don't understand why you as a female, or anybody, but I'm going to speak from the female perspective. I don't know why you as a female have no problem with a man basically saying, I'm not fulfilled enough with just you. I need to have a second person as well.
I feel like, and y'all don't come for me.
Well, they can come, but ain't nothing they can do
y'all
to
can
you.
come for me. I don't care.
Come if you want to.
But I don't understand. Like, I feel like it's a situation of everybody got low self-esteem at that point, because why are you not? I think it's maybe not in the
psychologically the man would say no. I'm just being a boss.
You got
issues
and be like,
to me.
oh, I'm the most masculine macho. I got two girls on my arm. Like, you have low self-esteem.
Well,
I'm so sorry, my good sir. You have low self-esteem.
I'm not a psychologist. I just play one on TV, or not. But right here, this channel, this YouTube channel.
I mean, I guess if people got Fire Sticks, and
like on your YouTube channel,
YouTube TV.
On your TV. That's what I mean. But it's to me, for Neo, is a cry for help in that I don't know how to be settle-minded. I don't know how to be in a relationship. So, like, I'm just going to grab as many people that are willing to surround me, comfort me, bring me some type of admiration.
I guess it's similar to Nick Cannon's baby mama situation.
Even that. As much as I love Nick, God knows I love Nick.
I don't love him no more.
I love Nick, but I I have problems with the fact that he feels like it's okay to just have kids.
I feel like
with multiple women. It's so unfair to those kids.
It's a very much ghetto mindset to just go around and just have kids with a whole bunch of different women. And some people
say, "Oh, well, he has money; he can take care of his kids." But money does not. Money is not the answer to everything. And ask any child. There's a thing that's going around now on Facebook where a little boy asks his dad, "How much do you make?" And his dad tells him. And then the little boy says, well, I'm going to go do all these different chores or whatever and stuff so I can earn some money. He's like, what are you going to do with it? He's like, I'm going to get enough money to pay you for an hour of your time.
Oh,
That right there. You cannot replace parenting. You cannot replace partnering with money. Money does not buy happiness. It doesn't buy love. Now, it can make being happy a little bit better. Like you can maybe have more experiences, do more things. But you cannot replace being a parent. You cannot replace being a partner with, okay, I'm giving them money. And so for Nick to have all those kids, I think is highly irresponsible. But even more irresponsible is all the women after baby number 2, 3, like what, all those women that to me, a lot of them purposely got married so they could get on the gravy train.
It's not like you were lied to.
Or got pregnant. I said got married. They got pregnant so they could get on the gravy train.
It's not like you were lied to about this situation. All of these women are fully aware of what they're getting themselves into. And I just feel like, do better. Do better.
Yeah, and with Neo, with this whole, Neo is a fantastic entertainer. He has a great voice. He's a great performer. And y'all ain't got to tell me. I know I'm not winning beauty contests, so you can save your little comments. But Neo is not the most attractive man in the world. Were he not Neo, those women probably wouldn't pay him any attention.
Stay with that hat on, I can tell you that.
They would not pay him any attention. Now, I'm not saying he's unattractive. I'm just saying
he's insecure.
There's nothing about him that, to me, would make women want to be shared by him. And so I just don't I don't get it. So all it is to me, women, and I guess in some cases men, are selling their souls for attention, for
in a situation like that,
to fame.
I think in a situation like that, you are pimping yourself for an ounce of attention. Nobody, I don't know. I know Neo name. I don't know y'all too.
Yeah, what makes me wonder what happened to those two women? Because the women are attractive women. I don't know what happened to them to make them say, okay, I'm going to be okay with somebody basically treat me like a pet.
I feel like
that's what it looks like. They look like pets because he's walking with both of them. They're on either side. They're smiling. They're happy. And I'm thinking to myself, what brought you to that place where you're okay with being a part of a small harem? What happened?
I feel like in a situation like that, my guess would be that they were once lover girls and tried it the right way, and then they probably got done dirty or something, and then got scarred and was just like, F it, I'm just going to do this now.
But I will say to the young ladies, it's better to be alone than to be in a relationship with somebody and still be lonely.
Ooh.
I would rather be alone than in a relationship and still lonely. Just because you are laying next to somebody, just because you're walking out, just because you're on Facebook cheesing and smiling and posing dressed alike, that does not mean that, you done dressed him or you done dressed him up and y'all all match it, whatever. I'd rather be alone than in a relationship and lonely. Because if that person doesn't value you enough to not want to make you look stupid, or to make you look small or look less than, then you should not be with that person. So they can be giving you money. If you're in it for the money and you're getting money, then more power to you. If you're in it because you want to be celebrity adjacent, then more power to you. But if you're in it for love, nobody that loves you is going to
nobody
put
in that situation is in love. I don't think
you
can be in love with more than one person at one time. That's my hot take of the conversation. I think
you can be in lust with more than one person at one time.
You can like the attention. You can like them as people. You can want to be friends with more than one person at one time, but you cannot be deeply connected and in love.
Here's the thing. You can be interacting and involved in a certain kind of way with more than one person at a time, but you can't be in a real relationship.
Because even in those situations where people are trying to decide who do I love better or whatever in those fake little rom-com type movies, they always know. You always are going to know who you actually love and who you just trying to figure out what's the situation. You know.
I just don't understand the willingness to share. Because let's flip it. Okay, you got a favorite outfit. You really love that outfit, but you're in a situation where you got to share that outfit. You go to the closet to put it on. Somebody else already has it on. You got a car. you love your car. It's a wonderful car. Every time you get ready to drive it, somebody else driving the car. Like, we don't settle for those kind of situations in other situations. So why would I want to share a person with somebody?
Imagine you trying to plan a date night and she like, oh, actually,
it's my turn.
It's my turn.
Like, it's my turn. Or we're all going together. What? No, ma'am.
All sitting there looking like boo-boo.
No, ma'am. No, I love me too much to let somebody not love me. I'm just sorry. No.
To be two women in a relationship with the same man, you look like Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Please. Okay.
And then there's a lot of people out there that they're into that kind of thing, but I still say if you're multi-dating, that's fine. As long as you're single, you do what you want to do. But when you start talking relationship, it needs to be.
That is beyond me. Y'all can have that.
No, thank you.
I'm not going to lie and say no judgment, but...
Well, yeah, because we just sat here and did a whole...
I tell my friends when they do something that I don't agree with, you are grown. That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, let them have that.
But on to let me put y'all on. We're going to put y'all on to this quote from Cher that I found to kind of be funny. She says, let me get it right. She said that men are like a dessert. They're not a necessity. They're a want. And it kind of brought to mind a conversation that we were having about how you felt that the older generation of women get less out of marriage compared to the husbands.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can't speak for everybody's household. I'm just going to speak for mine. When I was married, now, he provided. I'll give him that. He provided. But for the most part, I did most of the other things in the house. I did the child raising. I did the cooking. I did the cleaning. I was a social planner. In a certain kind of way, I kind of managed his career. At the time, you were doing some little mini modeling. I was managing your career. Like, all the balls that were in the air, for the most part, I was juggling. I'll even say... And again, I can only speak for my relationship. There were times in the relationship when I wasn't happy, but because I said till death do us part, I was committed to trying to make the relationship work. Mm-hmm. Men don't think like that. As soon as something don't go their way, as soon as they're not happy, whatever, especially if they know that you got the kids. In my situation, my ex knew you were going to be good, whether he was there or not. As soon as they don't like something, they skip out. I can remember saying we need to work on some things. Like, oh, we good. And I stayed when I should not have. That was my fault. I should have bounced when I was not happy, but I stayed. As soon as things got a little bit tight for them and they saw where, oh, well, look, I can go do this. That's what they go and do. And older women have been trained to stand by their man, where these younger generation women.
Look here.
These younger generation women are saying, don't like you.
No, I believe in standing by my man. I'm not going to throw him away just because he's getting on my nerves or something crazy. That's immature and stupid. But I also feel like the older generation was kind of taught that, like, you had a specific role, and if you didn't fulfill that role, then you weren't a good woman and you weren't a good wife. Yeah. Where younger women are just like, we both got a kid. What are you doing?
Exactly.
We both have jobs. What are you doing? We both have a house. How are you cleaning the house? How are you managing the house? Yeah. We both need to eat. Are you cooking a meal too? Yeah. Like, it's more, I feel like my generation, or at least for me, I expect things to be more reciprocal, because that's what I think a marriage is. And I feel like I learned from the mistakes of my elders, and seeing how it was very much a Destiny's Child, Beyonce, I'm going to cater to you type of beat. Mm-hmm. When I believe in I'm going to cater to you, but are you going to also cater to me at the same? Like, you should equally be catering to each other in order for it to be healthy, and not fall all on the woman just because she's a woman.
Yeah. Well, and it wasn't my situation, I will acknowledge, because a lot of times women will have to have a job outside the house and still do all the things that I just rattled off that I was doing. Now, I will acknowledge that when I became a mom, I became a work from home mom. Notice I didn't say stay at home mom, because moms stay at home. That's dumb to even say. I worked from home, because Lord knows I kept things in the household going. But back in the day, like, my mom worked, but she still did all the wife things. A lot of times, as long as the man is a provider, and we'll assume he's not cheating and running around with women. People think that's a good man. All a man has to do is be a provider and don't cheat. He's a good man. Woman, on the other hand, if she lets the household slip, if she's not taking care of the kids, if she's not, doing everything he wants her to do romantically, whatever, then it's a problem. And that was the way that the older generation kind of viewed things. Like, it was our duty
and
to
I
do
feel
things.
like that was like, because your generation not so much. Women had access to opportunities, or whatever. But the generation before you unlike what Cher said, you did need a man in order to get everything that you needed in life.
Well, think about it. You up until the 70s, my lifetime, up until the 70s, a woman could not get a credit card unless a man signed for her to get a credit card, either her husband, a father, and in some cases even an older brother or some male sibling. Women could not even have their own credit card. That's how patriarchal society was.
Yeah, so back then you needed a man. So in essence, to exist, you had to be a good wife and a good mother, because how else are you going to live in society?
Yeah.
Black women, it was a little bit different-ish because of historical factors that I'm not going to ramble on
Yeah, we'll have
about.
to talk about that at some point in time,
I feel like now, women have I have a career. Like, I don't need someone to take care of me. I want someone to be by my side as I progress in life and they progress in life. Like, obviously, but I feel like, but then in a certain type of way, I do think you need a man in terms of, or you don't need a man unless if
it's helpful to have a man. In certain situations, it's helpful.
But I feel like, at the point that I'm ready to have kids I need a man.
You. I don't know about everybody else's child, but you, at the point you're ready to have kids, need a husband, not just a man.
No, I'm saying
you need a husband.
I think
because they say it takes a village. Well, the village should include, for my values, morals, whatever, the village should include a mother and a father, a consistent same mother, same father, being in the household. Now, can it be done other ways? Yes, it absolutely can. I have many friends, family members, whatever, that did not have both parents in the house. They turned out fine. That's not to say it's impossible. But I know I had a friend that had a baby several years prior to me. And I have apologized to her profusely since then, because when she had the baby, I hadn't had a child, so I didn't know what it meant to become a mom. Like, okay, you got a baby. Of course, people are going to help you out, whatever. Like, I didn't think about it. When I had a baby, I realized how helpful it was to have another person full-time in the house to, if nothing else, let me run, take a shower, watch the baby, or I need this, that, or the other thing from the store, go get it, almost stay here with the baby. I did not realize how hard it was and how necessary it was to have that kind of support. So while, yes, you can do it on your own, having another person, specifically the other parent, directly involved is very, very beneficial to you, in those situations. So,
I feel
we need that in a certain kind of way.
It doesn't necessarily apply. I'm not trying to make this apply to everybody, because everybody doesn't want a man, but do whatever you want. But to me, I feel like in a non-dire way, I need a man in terms of, if I have all this money and success when I get older and I don't have nobody to share it with, that's depressing.
It is.
I don't want to live by myself, and I don't want to not be in love, and I don't want to not have kids, and I don't want to not have a family.
By virtue of the fact that you're a human being. Like
I want partnership.
You want partnership.
I feel like that's
now, make sure you get a partner, not a project. Let's make sure I don't have a project.
But I feel like sometimes it can be detrimental especially for Black women. I feel like we being this independent Black woman, I don't need anybody, I don't need any help, whatever, which is true. Like, technically, I'm an independent Black woman, I don't need any help. But you still want the help. Like, you don't want to go through life just alone and sad and depressed and just, no, like, you want somebody to be there for you.
Yeah, and be your cheerleader, you be their cheerleader. If it's balanced, if you find the right person that will come to the table with the same things that you come to the table, mainly a mindset. They don't have to be, y'all don't have to agree on everything. Y'all don't have to want all the same exact things. Got to be similarly minded. You don't want to be unequally yoked. But once you find that person that's going to balance you, and even being different sometimes is helpful. If you are very, in my case, non-techie and he's techie, okay, we got tech support in the house. If you are the person that tends to be a planner and very rigid, and that person is kind of loosey-goosey and likes to have fun, they will bring you back down to earth when you start trying to go too far with the planning or whatever. So you need somebody that's going to balance you. You need somebody that is going to be willing to, like I said, each one of you, not 50-50, because that's not enough. Each one of you bring 100% and you put that together, that's when you're going to be able to rise faster, live better, be happier, whatever. But if you pick the right match. Yeah. Older generations just kind of was, all we had to look forward to in a certain kind of way. We didn't have the technology. We were not able to speak to and interact with people all over the world like y'all can. All we had to look forward to was, in the case of my family, get an education, get married, get a good job. Y'all, on the other hand, have the opportunity to travel, to interact with people all over the world. Like there's just many more things that you can do. Even the
possibilities, because I feel like a lot of older Black women that I know ended up having to settle because their pool of dating was so small.
And oftentimes the women had more education or more opportunity.
But like the pool of dating was so small that like you only could pick Jerry from down the road because you don't know nobody else.
Because there was no way for you to meet.
For me, else. I have the like internet or whatever, and like I'm able to meet somebody way easier than somebody that's in their
and in a way, your dating situations are better as younger people because you have time to vet that person. You can have interactions long term with them for however long you deem necessary before you ever meet in person. Used to be husband could be, I'm going over to mama's house, I'll be back. And you had to take his word for it. Now you can know where he is at all times. Like there's a whole different dynamic.
And I feel like it's easier to, like, I feel like I had to tell you, like in dating that like I feel like you had a certain, like, oh, like you don't know him for long enough. You don't know. And I'm just like, Mom, y'all can talk to each other every day, all day, 24/7, FaceTime, text, Instagram, Snapchat. Like y'all didn't have that. So it's different
it's different. You still gotta be careful.
You still have to be careful.
He can invent a whole.
You still have to be careful because people be catfishing out here.
Yeah.
But it's different because you can get to know someone a lot easier, a lot faster, a lot better.
And they can't hide things as readily as I know myself. Sometimes the internet will out you. So like they cannot pretend to be doing something when they're doing something else because all you got to do is post him. If he is somebody that's a dusty, somebody's gonna come and say,
somebody will be like, hey sis,
let me tell you, somebody's gonna say, excuse me, is that your husband or is that your boyfriend? Well, let me tell you what he's been saying to me in my DMs. It will happen. Trust me.
I'm coming to you as a woman.
Yeah, I'm coming to you as a woman. Or oh, he's married because when I ran into him in the store, he told me, somebody gonna tell on you.
So it's just
trust me.
It's a little easier out here for us young women.
Yeah.